How do IP rights work in media freelance contracts? Imagine creating a stunning video or a captivating article and wondering who owns it once you finish. That's where intellectual property rights come into play in freelance media work. These rights decide who has control over your work after you deliver it. When you work as a freelancer, you usually hold the copyright, which means you are the original creator. But the contract you sign with your client can change that. There are two main ways these rights are handled. The first is called work for hire. In this setup, the client automatically owns everything you produce once it's finished. You give up your rights, and you cannot reuse or sell that work later. This model is common when clients want full control over branding or advertising projects. The second way is licensing. Here, you keep the copyright but give the client permission to use the work in specific ways. For example, they might have rights to use your video for a single campaign or in a particular region. You can also set time limits on usage. Licensing is flexible because it allows you to reuse or adapt your work for other clients or your portfolio. When you sign a freelance contract, it's important to clarify who owns the rights. You should specify if the client has full ownership or just a license to use the work. You also need to define how long they can use it, whether they can modify or resell it, and if you will be credited as the creator. Sometimes, rights transfer happens only after you receive your final payment or the project is complete. Understanding these terms helps protect your creative control and future income. Freelancers working with international clients should also think about different country laws on copyright. It's wise to include detailed IP clauses and consider consulting legal experts to avoid misunderstandings. Always have a written contract that spells out the IP rights clearly. Decide if you prefer a work for hire or licensing model based on your business goals. Negotiate for rights that allow you to showcase your work in your portfolio and get proper credit. Be cautious of contracts that give away broad or indefinite rights without additional compensation. Using non-disclosure agreements can also protect sensitive information. Getting these rights right in your freelance media contracts helps you grow professionally. It ensures your creative work is protected and that you are fairly paid for your efforts. This approach supports a sustainable career in media, where your work remains your own and can continue to build your reputation.